I personally do believe that during the next bull run, VeChain is going to go to at least the price of $1 and do a 51x from here. And now, even though that isn't financial advice, let me explain why I think so. And the first reason why I think so is because I believe that VeChain is focused on the right industry. When it comes to VeChain, they are focused on enhancing supply chain management and as well as business processes. And more specifically, when it comes to the supply chain management industry, I do believe that it has a lot of potential. And let me show you what I'm talking about. For example, if we take a look at this, we will see that the global supply chain management market was valued at $27.2 billion back in 2022 and is projected to reach $75.6 billion by 2032, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 10.9% from 2023 to 2032. So clearly, in my opinion, the future potential of the supply chain management industry can't be underestimated. And I think as a result of that, crypto projects that are focused on the supply chain management industry, much like VeChain, will prosper in the long term. And also, when it comes to VeChain, something else that I find makes VeChain very special is the fact that they are focused on enterprise adoption. And I think this right here could really elevate VeChain to great heights in the future. And the reason why I say that is because, enterprises, they have the volume, they have the capital, and they have the resources to facilitate growth at such a large scale. And there's actually a lot of data that backs this up. Because, for example, if we take a look at this, the global blockchain technology market is projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 85.9%, reaching more than $1.4 trillion by 2030. And keep in mind, all of this growth right here is largely driven by enterprise adoption. So I think it's fair to assume that VeChain, being enterprise optimized, will do absolute wonders for it moving forward. And also, VeChain is fundamentally amazing. If we take a look at this, we will see that VeChain is highly scalable. As of right now, VeChain already has over 2 million active wallet addresses. And also on top of that, it has over 246 million clauses to date. And by the way, clause basically stands for multitask transaction. And what that means right there is that a single transaction can actually carry out multiple tasks. So yeah, that is what a clause is, in case anyone is wondering. However, besides that point, VeChain also has over 45 million transactions to date and is averaging around 100,000 clauses per day. VeChain also consumes very minimal energy. VeChain's average kilowatt hours is around 0.00216, which is absolutely insane. It's one of the lowest when compared to a number of other blockchains out there. So I think that right there is very impressive. But it doesn't end there, because ever since 2018, VeChain has had 0 network outages. So VeChain is very reliable. And also, very interestingly, in 2022, the carbon footprint of VeChain's core network only emitted 4.46 tons of CO2, which, by the way, is equivalent to almost one gasoline-powered passenger vehicle driven for 1 year. VeChain is extremely eco-friendly, and it's very sustainable as well. And I think this aspect right here of VeChain, when it comes to being eco-friendly and sustainable, could really help it moving forward in terms of potentially gathering more investors and partners. And the reason why I think so is because there's a lot of data out there showing how potential investors and enterprises, especially nowadays, are looking forward to work with those who are actually eco-friendly and sustainable. And let me show you what I'm talking about. For example, if we take a look at this, according to a recent survey by Greenprint, they concluded that companies participating in ESG, and ESG, by the way, stands for environmental, social, and governance. However, besides that point, they concluded that companies participating in ESG are gaining a competitive advantage. 64% of Americans are willing to spend extra money to buy from businesses that promote sustainable products. And also, another study by Gallup found that 48% of investors are interested in sustainable investing funds, and they also reported that investors and lenders are becoming highly attracted to organizations that invest in ESG and use ESG disclosures to shed light on their sustainability efforts. So with that being said, I think it's fair to assume that investors and institutions care a lot about sustainability. So I think VeChain being sustainable, being eco-friendly is really going to help it moving forward. I think it's going to help them potentially attract more investors and as well as partners in the future. And also, something that I find very impressive about VeChain is its partnerships. They're partnered up with Walmart in China, BMW, the DHL Innovation Center, PwC, which by the way is a Big Four accounting firm, and much more. VeChain's partnerships are just on a whole nother level, and in my opinion, it's a lot better than the rest of the competition. And when I consider just how fundamentally fantastic VeChain is, I don't see why it will have any trouble doing a 51x during the next bull run and reaching the price of $1. And now, $1 may seem like a crazy goal for VeChain, but keep in mind, VeChain at the price of $1 with its current circulating supply of 85% would only mean that it would only have a market cap of $72.7 billion, which by the way is around $16 billion less than Dogecoin's all-time high market cap. And that is not a joke, by the way. Dogecoin in 2021 had a market cap of roughly around $88.8 billion. And Dogecoin, it's a meme coin. It doesn't even have 1% of the utility that VeChain has, in my opinion. So I don't think VeChain reaching the price of $1 is that outlandish of a goal. I think if anything, it's actually very realistic. The market cap VeChain would need in order to reach the price of $1 isn't too outlandish in my opinion. I really do believe that VeChain during the next bull run is going to go to at least the price of $1 and again, right, do a 51x from here. I am extremely bullish on VeChain and I think it's going to shock a lot of people during the next bull run. And that's been it for today's video. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.